ladies and gentlemen, my name is Totalbiscuit. Welcome to a Battlefield 3 commentary. LOL, I am Machinima Respawn. No, not really. It's more of a case of, this is the game of the moment, so we're having a look at it, and I'm somewhat enjoying playing it, I have to say. Unfortunately, they've disabled all of the Caspian border test servers, so even with my access and passwords, no, not getting in. So, we're playing Operation Metro, and I'm playing that because, well, you know what, I actually kind of liked Medal of Honor. This is something I keep needing to point out to people. I enjoyed Medal of Honor as sort of a ground war style team-based game. It wasn't all that bad, it just wasn't as good as everything else on the market at that point, and therein lies the problem. But for its specific brand of sort of pseudo-realistic ground war, it wasn't too shabby. Operation Metro reminds me of that a little too much. That's really the problem. Now, in this gameplay, I'm going to be using the PP-2000. This is also only going to be 720p, because, yeah, I put my original videos out in 1080, but it takes incredible amounts of time to upload. So, this is just in 720p, because I'm just throwing it out there. The PP-2000 is a weapon that you can unlock with pretty much any class once you get to a certain rank. I think it's about rank 7 or something like that, you get the PP-2000. It's a personal defense weapon. Now, the unique feature of this weapon, at least at this level, is that this weapon has a flash suppressor. No, not a silencer, it's not the same thing, a flash suppressor, which suppresses the muzzle flash of the weapon, making it extremely hard to figure out where exactly you are. Now, as a direct result of that, on a map like this, you can use the PP-2000 in order to kill people at a reasonable distance and to remain undetected. So what you're going to have to do in order to make that happen is to try and stay out of sight. Now, this is a principle I like to call the deadliest bush. Now, what you do is you find yourself a bush, a nice piece of foliage, and you've got to find a place where people are going to be popping out from. You've got to find out exactly what angle they're attacking from, either coming down the left flank, right flank, they're trying to capture point A or point B, which is more likely. Find yourself the deadliest bush, and then sit in the deadliest bush, and then kill everybody. Now, some of you might view this as camping, and I suppose that it is, but this is not a deathmatch game. This is a team-based game, and it is my objective to defend points A and point B. This is, in my opinion, the best way of doing it, the deadliest bush principle. And that actually involves a lot of forward defense, as opposed to sitting near the control points. Hey, hey, hey. Somebody thinks a combat light is a really, really useful tool here. No, it is not. Now, I really, really like this weapon, and this is the first time I've used it in this gameplay, so for me this is very much a learning experience, like, right, okay, how the hell does this work? Now, in this case, the deadliest bush has claimed 4 victims thus far. I'm only sort of half in the deadliest bush. I'm quite nicely defended around there. Anyone that enters the deadliest bush will die. That's what makes it the deadliest bush. From this range, you can pretty much spray and pray, and chances are you're going to win a fight, because, hey, it's a personal defense weapon. It is a submachine gun. It is designed for this kind of thing. However, it is also really, really good at range, which I was quite surprised by. I was also quite surprised by the fact that grenades get stuck on leaves. They're not supposed to do that. I was trying to throw the grenade over there, but I got a suppression assist out of that. That's another thing it's quite good for, suppression, and even if you end up missing with the first few bullets, you can suppress your enemy and make it a little bit more difficult. Oh look, somebody with a combat light. Oh look, a double kill. Thank you very much. The deadliest bush is awesome, particularly on this particular map, because they will come down that flank all the time. You see, there's bushes over to the right-hand side, and they think that they can approach the objective by using those bushes. Now, to some degree, of course, they are correct. However, the deadliest bush does not broke their interference. Put on some suppressive fire right there. Do a little bit of damage. Finish him off with that. Nice and easy. The problem with the deadliest bush and the PDW, I suppose it's called, personal defense weapon, is that you run out of ammo pretty fast. And to be honest, if you're going to use this, I would actually play support and not medic or assault, in which case. For instance, here, this is not going to work out all that well, but if you are very, very precise, the iron sights on this weapon, for instance, are pretty good, and he was fairly fortunate, I think, to kill me with a grenade there. You can actually hit at a fairly extreme range. The nice thing about the flash suppressor is, as well, that snipers generally don't see you. Now, you can see my KD there is not exactly what I would call shabby, and as a result, I have prevented my opponent from moving towards that particular objective point. And as a result, I am credit to team. Honestly, as I said, I would very much go support if you're going to try this particular principle. Do not do it as a medic. Really, the thing is, if you are a medic, you really should be going around reviving people. And if you are camping in the deadliest bush, and that's not going to happen. Now, you might wonder, well, why don't you just use the deadliest bush with a sniper rifle? The reason you don't use the deadliest bush with a sniper rifle is in Battlefield 3, the scopes actually have a flare on them, which means that actually spotting a sniper in a bush is not particularly difficult. Simply because, well, that bush is glowing bright orange, that probably means there's something in it that shouldn't be. Or, as you saw earlier, somebody turned on their tactical light in a bush and suddenly became a glowing target for everyone within 20 miles of them. Not particularly smart, is it? Alright. Put down some suppressive fire in that general direction, not that that really helps at all. Now, we need to go and deal with this. If we're playing the objective, which you should be in Battlefield, regardless of how COD-like this level feels, you need to be doing it properly. Now, I don't want to risk going in there yet. And you might think, oh god, you're going to fail. No, I'm going to resurrect this guy when the defib actually works. And then I'm going to disarm him. Like, oh no, it's too late. You've lost the objective. No, it isn't. It's fine. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. There we go. We can get the disarm and then be shot to pieces by a dude with a tactical sodding light because the guy I revive is incapable of shooting. But never mind. At the end of the day, I saved the objective and that's all that really matters. Alright, I think it's about time that we return to a little bit of PP-2000 shooting action. Now, this guy's awesome, by the way. I was playing Metro with him for about 45 minutes. I was actually playing a medic on the underground section of Metro with a shotgun, and I was always following him, and I was providing support fire and good stuff like that, and always reviving him, and we made good team, and we did very, very well as a direct result of that. Okay, guy over there. There we go, down he goes. I love this pistol, by the way. It's freaking brilliant. Huge fan of it. Unfortunately, that was a sniper. If I'd actually used my PDW, I probably could have just easily killed him. That was the mistake. Look, I'm going to use the pistol. Why? Why would I use the pistol? It's got a laser sight on it, and it doesn't have a flash suppressor. Alternatively, use the PP-2000. He might not have been able to home in on me, but don't worry, we're not going to be dying too much anymore. Now, the surprising thing about this weapon is it's a submachine gun that allows you to take on snipers. Because actually, at range, it's not too shabby at all. Hello, Mr. Tactical Light. Why would you shine that? I do not know. Those of you who think that using the tactical light in a bush is a good idea, think again. Indeed, you are not the deadliest bush. You are the silliest bush. Alright, I shall advance through the undergrowth right here. Now, I know that there's nobody really around there because, of course, I saw a guy on my minimap ahead of that, and he was running and not being shot at. So, I know it's safe to get out of there. Alright, let's get down. So, you might be surprised by the accuracy of the PP-2000, honestly. It's not shabby at all. It's actually a very nice weapon. I personally like it because it's a good compromise. A close range, very good spray and pray weapon, and the flash suppressor is just the best thing in the frickin' world. Especially on this stage of the map. It's not so good on the underground section. It's still pretty good, but it's not as good. But in this bit, if you're just playing sort of a forward defensive position, and you are defending by basically hiding in bushes and picking off people as they pass by, which is a totally viable way and valid way to play if you're defending the objective, then it's brilliant. Alright, horrible things are happening over here. I hear sniper rounds. There's a guy over there. And I'd love to go and resurrect him, but I also know there's a sniper over there. I will die if I go and res him, so no, we're not going to be doing any of that nonsense. What we want to try and do is approach. The thing is, if you go here, that's actually outside the combat area. Now, for some stupid reason, there is no indication whatsoever on the map as to what the combat area is and what it is not. It's incredibly dumb. If I went down there to resurrect him, I might have actually been killed myself, just from that arbitrary mechanic. Don't really know what DICE is playing out there. That's something they should definitely add. If you're going to have a limit like that, then for God's sake, indicate it on the map. Alright, so the right flank is pretty secure. All the snipers are sort of hiding back there in their spawn. I can't get any closer to them, so let's head over to the left flank and see what we can do at range with this particular weapon. Okay. Now, he is sadly not in the place I would like him to be. He is behind a tree. Can't really do an awful lot to him. What we can do is put down a little bit of nasty suppressing fire on that bridge. Do a little bit of damage. Pick off anyone that pops up their head. There you go. Not too shabby. I like the handling of this weapon. It's pretty good. You can run out of bullets very, very rapidly, which can be a bit of a problem, but at that kind of range, the weapon is just so dangerous. It really, really is. It's got a very close spread. And even at long range, as long as you're firing single to 2-round bursts, it's just awesome. A really, really nice gun. Nothing really wrong with that. Hell, see, I'm even getting hits from over here, which I really shouldn't be. Think about it. Look at all that muzzle flash from over there. I can see exactly where that guy is, and he doesn't know where I am. So I get a suppression assist and a kill assist there as well. And even if you're spraying bullets in that general direction, you're not hitting with this weapon, it's got good suppression. You are getting suppression. I mean, look at that. It's a nice gun. What can I say? Really, really nice indeed. And as a result, we get that forward defense, and we win without conceding a single point. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Totalbiscuit, and the next time you approach a bush, be concerned, for it may be the deadliest bush. PP-2000 gameplay, the personal defense weapon. Available, I believe, at rank 7. Lance Corporal 2 stars. That gets me up to 3. Very, very nice indeed. And you can use that on any class. So that's very, very cool. Personally, as I say, I would use it on support on the basis of having the ammo pack if you're going to be playing a forward, campy, observer, deadliest bush style. I'll see you next time.